Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham away at the Hawthorns for the last away game of the season in the 2021 Premier League season. Playing West Brom at 8:15 on Wednesday night live on Sky Sports. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here. Along with Admiral and Umbro claret and blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. There's also some England merchandise in there as well. Some really nice stuff all overall. Any purchases you make in the link through the link in the description, I should say, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly onto Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity within the local Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area that are reliant on food banks. So as always, guys, let's start off with the referees. And the officials, I should say. The referee for this game, fresh from the FA Cup final, where he didn't really do all that much wrong, is Michael Oliver, but I'm still not a big fan of him, to be honest with you. His assistants are Stuart Burt and Lee Betts. The fourth official is Darren England. On VAR duties is Jared Gillett, never heard of him either, and his assistant is Stephen Child. Now, last time out in the Premier League, West Brom lost at home 2-1 to goals from Salah and Alisson. An excellent goal from Hal Robson-Kanu, by the way, to open up the scoring on the 15th minute. Very unlikely to have their second goal ruled out due to interfering with play. It's a little bit contentious, shall we say. Graham Souness was spot on after the game, saying that the referee got the decision wrong. But what a goal from their goalkeeper Alisson. It's been a long time since we've seen a goalkeeper score in the Premier League. You know, taking our lovable ex goalkeeper out of the equation. Never scored in the Premier League. Obviously, he scored in the FA Cup game against Everton at home, and the Mark Noble's testimonial. But other than that, it's been a long time since we've seen a goalkeeper score a header, and what a header from Alisson it was. But as I say, from West Brom's point of view, they're not going out with a whimper. They're trying to play as stylish as they possibly can, and fair play to West Brom. But it's nice to know that Sam Allardyce is now relegated. I've got nothing against him personally, but what a wanker as a manager, both for us and the previous teams that he's managed as well. Couldn't do all that much for West Brom this season, sadly, from their perspective. It's always a shame to see West Brom go down. They are a team that I quite like to watch, but we won't next season, unfortunately. Allardyce has been playing a 4-1-4-1 formation, or as it was against Liverpool, 4-4-1-1 formation even. So I think the formations that we've been putting out recently can really counteract what West Brom were trying to do. Don't get me wrong, they are defending for their lives, and it's totally understandable. And as I say, they're trying not to go out with a whimper. According to PremierInjuries.com, at the time of this recording, it shows long-term injuries to Ivanovic or Ivanovic, or however you pronounce it, due to a thigh injury, and former Hammer Robbie Snodgrass due to his lower back injury that he had with us quite on and off every now and again. Both of them look like they're both out for the rest of for this fixture and the last game of the season. Maitland-Niles is odds on to return for this fixture, and he was on the bench for the Liverpool game. But as I say, I genuinely think he's gonna turn. He's going to be in the squad again, so understandable. So pretty much other than those two, West Brom have got a very good side for them to choose from. However, the bigger picture on this is the first game with fans back for this fixture. The penultimate game of the season. All the fans are starting to return. Obviously, if they are playing home games, and for us, obviously, the home fixture against Southampton on Sunday after this game, that's when we start going back. It's going to be massively vital for us, I reckon, to have West Brom's fans in the ground, because I think a lot of them are going to be very angry. A lot of them, not all of them. I think a lot of the West Brom fans are more than likely going to be quite reticent with it. To say at the end of the day, you tried, Sam. But I think there's going to be a lot of abuse being thrown at the players. I really genuinely think there will be. So that could work. That could work in our favour. You never know. Now, players to look out for, their highest goal scorer and even their highest assist for that matter, is Matthias Pereira with 11 goals and 5 assists. Hal Robson-Kanu, I know he hasn't been in a regular fixture for West Brom, but he would played very, very well against Liverpool. So he's going to be on. He's going to be a threat. He really is going to be a threat if they start him again. You know, it's been a long time since he played Robson-Kanu. I think he's played, was it 16, 17 fixtures and scored 3 or 4 goals by now. Yes, but you know, he's been out for a long time, but he's a good player. He's a very, very good player. Callum Robinson again is another player that we need to be keeping out with. He's on with 6 goals. Diagne's got 3 goals and 2 assists, and their highest assistant behind old matey boy is Darnell Furling with 3 assists and 1 goal. So a few players that we really need to keep an eye out for. They're very, very weak at set pieces. They're very, very weak at, well, everything really. Otherwise they wouldn't be relegated with a couple of games, 2 or 3 games to spare. Do you know what I mean? So I think we really need to step up our game, which we'll come on to in a minute. Now, as we remember, we beat West Brom at the London Stadium in the middle of January 2-1 with goals from Bowen on the stroke of half time and a great goal from Antonio on the 66th minute after Pereira equalised on the 51st minute. So, as I say, they are not going to want to go out with a whimper in any shape or form, and fair play to them. I love it when you see a side that's been relegated and they still go all out playing for pride. So they have got things to play for, albeit just pride, as I said. So if you're enjoying this video, then by all means, please do hit the like button. Please do share this content. And more specifically, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's great to see you. Thank you very, very much to everybody that stuck by me through thick and thin these last 12 months. Ever since I switched over to Streamlabs towards the end of the season, towards the end of last year, I should say, there's been some technical issues here and there, but overall you guys have been with me through and through, and thank you very much. If you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing and you want to know more, then by all means, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get to know when new content is going up. And anybody that is subscribed and hasn't already done so, please also do hit the notification bell as well, because we're not getting that many viewers in comparison to how we were a few weeks ago. So it'd be nice to try and get a few more people. It'd be really nice to try and get to 1900 by the end of this season. You know, I'm not going to get 100 in a week in any shape or form, but it'd be very nice if we could. You know, we hit the 1800 subscribe mark last week. It'd be very nice to try and keep that momentum going. Now, turning to West Ham, as we remember, we drew once again to Brighton 1-1 away after a very, very lacklustre performance, and also conceded a poor goal from our perspective. Great run from Welbeck for the goal, don't get me wrong, beautifully taken. But again, our marking, our defending, our positioning is terrible. We really need to step our game up on it. But I'm very, very glad that Benrahma finally got on the score sheet after all this time, after all his attempts at goal on a many regular basis. He's done everything but score, and he's finally got that monkey off his back now. I'm so pleased for the guy. And as a result, you know, even though at the time of this recording we are in 7th, we're still odds to finish in Europe. Champions League, can't see it really myself, but you never know. But we're still on to finishing for a Europa League chance. So hopefully, if we can get something out of this game, there is a very, very good chance we'll be in the running for a European position for the last game of the season. And what an atmosphere it's going to be with those 10,000 viewers. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there, so we'll have the watch along for both games as usual. But yeah, so turning to the injuries now, there's a very, very good chance that Masuaku and Lanzini will miss this and the final game of the season, as they're both 25% chance of returning as the time of this recording, but they are being assessed. So other than that, there's no new injuries that I've been able to see from the last performance at Brighton. So Moyes has got a very, very good squad to choose from, a very strong squad. Hopefully we'll have a bit more fight with us now. I mean, I'm not going to use the excuse that 2 games in 5 days is going to be a reason why we should be putting out a lacklustre performance. There's been a lot of players have come under a lot of criticism recently, and to a degree understandable, but we need to try and get a win out of this. I just want to get one over Sam Allardyce. We all want to get one over Sam Allardyce. We normally do that quite well. You know, we got one over when he was when he was manager for Everton, when he was a manager at Everton. And you know, it would be nice to try and get one over him again. So obviously at the Hawthorns, break that duck. Say, you know, bye Sam. Nice to see you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out when your contract runs out on Sunday. You know. But anyway, guys, this is the starting 11 that I'm hoping we will see that Moyes will put out.
Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Dawson, Diop and Creswell, Souček and Rice as the holding midfielders, with Bowen, Lingard, Benrahma in midfield, supporting Antonio up front.
So thank you very much for your time, guys. If you're new around here, as I said, please, by all means, please do subscribe. I'm sure that Ogbon is probably going to be in the side once again, but I just think we need to... Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm genuinely, I think Dawson and Diop should be a good combination here. If Moyes goes for the same starting 11 than he did against Brighton, very, very happy with that. But as always, guys, give me your thoughts on this prediction. On this starting 11. Do you agree with me? As I say, give me your score prediction as well, for that matter. As I say, Wednesday night we might have a live weekly chat. It's obviously going to be relatively reduced because I need to make sure everything's ready for the 8 o'clock broadcast that we'll do for this game. So come and join us for the watch along. But other than that, guys, have a fantastic start to the week. Look after yourselves, and I hope to see you on Wednesday night. All the best now. Take care.